Our next guest brings service to a whole new level. They bring it to you. Please welcome to our show Michelle Anderson with Nevada Mobile Automotive Service. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Mitch.
Mobile. You take the service directly to the consumer.
We bring the service to you. So while you're doing your shopping or you're at home doing your cleaning or at the office in that morning meeting, our guys are out there and they're going to change your oil or diagnose that pesky check engine light. And while they're at it, they're also going to do a complimentary once-over of the vehicle.
The free inspection that you're talking about, Michelle, in many shops, they use that as a way of upselling the customer, to sell them things many times that they don't even need. But in your shop, you don't even compensate your employees the same way that many shops do.
No, we don't. It's industry standard that most technicians get paid flat rate. And what that means is the shop bills for the book time hours, and if the technician completes it sooner, then they still get paid those hours. But if they're not working or there's no work there, then they're not getting paid. And the other thing that they do is it's an industry standard that they will be paid commission for any upsells that they make. And our technicians are not paid on a flat rate basis. They're paid on an hourly rate. It's our opinion that every vehicle should be treated like it's your mother walking out the door or your child going off to college. You wouldn't let them get in that car and drive away without a full inspection and those repairs being done, or at least them knowing what they need to look for before they leave. With our inspection, what we look for is anything that is currently wrong with the vehicle that the customer needs to know about, as well as anything that could potentially be a hazard in the next 3 to 6 month future.
I think that people might have the impression that mobile service that comes to you would cost more, but if you would give us some examples of how affordable it is to have the service come to you.
Well, if you were to go to the local shop and have an oil change done, they would charge you somewhere between $35 and $40, but you'd have to drive your car to them. We actually come out to you and we'll perform that same oil change for $40 plus tax. And
wow.
That includes up to 1 oil filter and 5 quarts of oil and a regular gas engine.
We had a discussion about transmission services versus transmission flushes. Mm-hmm. Tell us, our community, a little bit about this. It's an important subject we want them to be aware of.
Okay. Well, there is a huge difference between a transmission flush and a transmission service. As your transmission works, the friction builds up and the metal particles come off in your transmission. Your transmission has a huge metal magnet at the bottom of the pan which catches all of those particles floating around. When you do a flush, what happens is they don't actually drain and clean the pan. They push those particles back through the transmission and it causes more friction, which is going to cause engine or transmission failure sooner. What we actually do, and the difference between our service and the flush, is we do what the dealership actually recommends. We remove the fluid, remove the pan, clean the magnet, replace the filter, replace the gasket, put the pan back up, and new fluid.
And for, again, a comparable, competitive price.
Right. I know most shops for a transmission flush, we're probably about $20 to $30 more, and that's going to be the difference in cost between their flush and the actual filter and gasket.
This time of the year, there are many people that are going to be getting their motorhomes and recreational vehicles ready for service. Mm-hmm. You can actually come out and take care of getting those ready for the spring driving.
That's correct. We can actually come out and do the spring RV de-winterization, and we have what's called the Everything Plan, and we can come out for $225. We will visually inspect your roof and the seams of your RV. We will check the suspension, tires, change the oil, check all the fluids, inside and out, check your AC inside and out to make sure that everything's working properly, and flush the interior lines so that you're all ready to go. And that costs $225.
That's the maximum. Mm-hmm. Many shops have a we start at, and then it goes up from there and exceeds your prices. But that if they already had something done, it goes down from there.
Correct, and we would compensate accordingly.
How can they get a hold of you?
You can reach us at 775-200-4669, or you can visit our website, nvmobileautoservice.com.
Michelle Anderson, Nevada Mobile Automotive Service. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For more information on this guest, visit the Preferred Business page on our website, tcbatv.com.